Okay, so budgeting. A couple weeks ago, we did workplace communication, we did employability skills, workplace issues, but why do most people go to work? To make money, right? Okay, so budgeting is something that everybody needs to know how to do, okay? A lot of people make their budgets in different ways, and we'll talk about those money personalities. Whatever money personality you have is probably going to affect how you budget, okay? We're going to go through the basics today, all right? Everybody knows what a budget is, okay? It's an itemized summary of the expected income, how much money you're bringing in versus how much money is going out, okay? Bills, maybe it's how much money you're going to spend eating out, vacation, whatever it may be. Some people budget every penny they make a month, okay? I normally don't do that, but that's just kind of my personality, all right? It relies on balance. Spending less in one area means more can be spent in another or create a savings plan, okay? Creating a monthly budget. Tomorrow, I'm going to partner you guys up, okay? I'm going to give you a scenario. I may play around a little bit and do different ones, but I'll give you how much income you have coming in, tell you where you live at, and you're going to have to find an apartment, a condo, maybe you want to buy a house, whatever it is, and you're going to have to create a monthly budget for everything that you would need. Okay, gathering financial statements, bank statements, investment accounts, utility bills, loan payments, and any information regarding income or expenses. The goal of a budget is to create a monthly average. Okay, the more information provided, the better the budget will be. All right, here's just an example of it. Recording all sources of income. Maybe you have a job, maybe you have a side business, cutting grass, whatever it may be that you do. You want to take into account every penny that you make, and then you can go through the expenses that you will have. All right. If a person receives multiple paychecks per month, be sure to include each. Okay. That was the biggest change for me when I became a teacher. My last job, and I would say probably the majority of jobs, you get paid bi-monthly. Okay. So you get paid 2 times a month. All right. As a teacher, you get paid 1 time a month. If you're not good at budgeting, it would be harder to get paid once a month, right? Okay, because you get that one paycheck, it's got to last you 30 days, versus if you were getting paid every 2 weeks, you would get that 2-week paycheck. You really wouldn't have to budget, but for those 2 weeks, then you get another paycheck. All right. So that was something that I had to deal with personally, and other people do too. All right. Create a list of monthly expenses. A lot of the times you're going to have, and we'll talk about it right now, fixed and variable expenses. A fixed expense is those which stay relatively the same from month to month and are required. Mortgage. Most of the time when you get a mortgage, it's going to be the same price every month. You're going to have the same payment. Credit card payment, car payment, utilities. Okay. This can be variable at times. Okay. And then flexible variable expenses are those which can change from month to month. Eating out, entertainment, and clothing. These you have to change from time to time. Okay? I'm trying to think of a good example. I just had a kid. I got a 5-month-old. Okay? Did my budget have to change when I had a kid? Absolutely. Did my budget change when I got married? Yep, sure did. When I was single and had different priorities, I wasn't having to worry about joint income, things we wanted to start saving, all these different things. All right? And here's an example of expenses list. Mortgage, electricity, gas, water, sewer, internet, car insurance, groceries, restaurants. I spend way too much money here, I can go ahead and tell you. I eat out too much. A lot of y'all know that. Personal care, grooming, skincare, shampoo, all that good stuff. You could consider that groceries if you wanted to. Laundry, dry cleaning if you don't have a washer or dryer. And then fuel, which this is probably going to go up quite a bit. All right. adjusting expenses. Ideally, the income column will be greater than the expense column, and adjustments can be made to the expenses column to add higher payments to pay off debt or create a savings plan. So, if you're spending more money than you're bringing in money, good thing, bad thing? Bad, right? Okay, that's the whole point of a budget. And you would be surprised at how, we'll talk about credit in a later lesson. I have a hard time not getting off on that when I go through budgeting, but we'll talk about it more in depth. Okay? And then here's how they basically took that first example, created another one, and made it to where they fixed, let's see, they added a savings and emergency fund. Okay? That's the number one thing I would tell young people, okay, especially when you get your first job and you're bringing in some money. Most people, they kind of overlook this. Well, I can save it on further in my life. I don't need to do it now at 18, 19, whenever you get a job, okay? We'll talk about the time value of money, and really, when you talk about a savings or retirement account, it's not how much money you put into it, it's when you start, okay? And I'll show you an example of where a guy started. He was putting in $500 a month. He started at age 30 and went to 65, okay? And another guy where he was putting in $100 a month, starting at age 20, and it's drastically different, okay? Just because of interest and the time value of money, all right? So that's something that I want everybody to know that we want to have. The next lesson after this is saving and investment strategies, where we'll talk more. Okay? I want to go to money personalities. Okay? So, everybody is going to have some sort of money personality. You may not just be a spender. You may be a spender and kind of a flyer, whatever it may be. You may have three that kind of fit you. But everybody is going to fall somewhere in these money personalities. Okay? A saver refers to an individual who likes to save money rather than spend it. Looks for deals or ways to spend less money so he or she can save more. Can sometimes undervalue his or her time because of the habit of saving money. Okay? Who does that fit in here? Anybody? Okay, a couple. Alright. Spender refers to an individual who enjoys spending money on either himself, herself, or others. Looks for ways to spend money on numerous things rather than saving it, and believes money is meant for spending and has no trouble parting with his or her dollars. Okay? Who does that fit in here? Alright, a lot of us. Okay? After we talk about these, I'll give you a good example. Alright? Refers to an individual who enjoys investing money, a risk taker, and into high-risk ventures. Looks for ways to invest in things such as new companies or different ventures, and is as likely to end up a billionaire as they are to end up bankrupt. Okay, does that fit anybody? Risk taker? Okay. Alright, that's probably the one that I am the least of. I wish I had a little more risk taking in me. Alright. Security seeker refers to an individual who plans for the future and is prepared for any type of financial situations. Okay. Looks for ways to plan and researches before making any big purchases. Prefers proven, safe investments, and can help a family maintain solid financial footing. Who does that fit? Fits me. Okay, that I'm a little bit of a security seeker, and then I have a spending tendency as well. Alright. A flyer refers to an individual who does not consider money as a necessity and does not have much of an opinion on money. Does not view money as a tool which creates security, status symbols, or anything else, and puts relationships over money and money decisions. Who does that fit? Anybody? Okay. I've always said I think a flyer is actually probably generally a happy person all the time. Okay? Alright? I kind of strive to be a little more like a flyer. Okay?
Sorry, everyone.
No, no, no.
Can I take him for a minute?
Yes, yes, Isaiah, go with,
Like 5 minutes, I have you done, but, sorry, I got in the meeting.
Okay, when we talk about those money personalities, what I try, everybody's going to be different first off. Okay, everybody's going to be different. What I try to preach as a rule of thumb is there's gotta be a balance somewhere, okay? And that's just my thought on it, okay? And here's the reason why. I don't wanna save every dollar that I make, because what could happen to me tomorrow?
You good, dog?
I might not be here tomorrow, okay? I might not be here next, whatever it is. I don't want to just save every penny that I have, and maybe before I reach retirement age, before I'm able to retire or stop working as much, I've saved all this money and I never get to use it, right? But at the same time, I don't want to spend so much money that by the time I am of retirement age or I'm later on in my career, that, hey, I don't have any savings built up. I'm not going to be able to retire. I'm just going to have to keep working, okay? A smaller example of that would be what I have that I've had for a while is an emergency savings fund, like I'm going to teach you all about, okay? I try to have 3 months worth of mine and my wife's salary in a savings account at all times. Because if I lose my job, she loses her job, that gives us 3 months to where, hey, we can take money out of savings if we need to get by. Maybe, and as you get older and responsibilities kind of get greater, maybe your car has to be repaired and it's $2,000. Maybe your washer goes out. Maybe it's the summertime. This happened to me last summer. It's the summertime. You go to put on the AC and guess what?
It's broken.
It's out. It's broke. It's not working. It's only blowing hot air. Okay? That's something that you really don't want to go without. I'm not going without AC in Alabama in the summertime. Okay? Just like I'm not going without heat in the wintertime. I'm going to have it. So whatever it is, I'm going to have to pay it. And I would rather, instead of changing my whole monthly budget, if I had an emergency savings plan, I could take some money out of that and fix it, and it's not really a huge ordeal. Okay? Here's some of the common budget